then this goes, and it's like,
hello. Yeah, my daughter's saying something. What are you saying,
okay,
baby?
then there was the music. I'm like, I like the song. And then the girl's just like, you can't like the song if you don't know what it is. And I was like, what?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, this is a surprise one. I'm busy working, and I thought, let me pop in and say hello and say thank you so much to all those who tuned in to Vastly Sage Season 2. Oh, I just love it. Yeah, more fire coming. I just feel really great that I could put together a season that was so me, and very clean, easy. I just feel really blessed that I've created platforms that can change people's lives. So we are coming in again next week. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It was so exciting to finally just do it. Yeah. So how are you doing? What are you up to? I'm working. Like, look. I'll show you. I'm working hard. I used to have a home office. My husband kicked me out, and he literally like monopolized it. So I work from the dining room table, which is perfectly fine. Doesn't bother me. But I also have to put these on, because wow, the noise in this house. The kids are on school holidays. Everything is just like loud. So if you hear any screaming in the background, it's my son and Fortnite, and it's the girls, and they are Stardew Valley, whatever. Yeah. So what are you guys up to? Yeah. No, we're bringing more fire. It's coming. I'm so excited. And the guests we had, I really think building on from season one, I learned the lessons I had to learn. This is not my line of work, guys. I just do all these things for purpose reasons. I don't get any money from it. I pour my money into them. And I do full-on productions. I don't. This is not a phone show. This is the team that I use. They shoot for TV, like big productions. So I put my money into these platforms because even if it's just one life changed, for me it's good enough. It's good enough because I really believe that God gives me these gives me resources to be able to set up these platforms to change people's lives. So I get a lot of people pounding me for, we can increase your subscribers by this much. Even on Instagram, people are like, oh, we can increase you should at least have 500,000 followers with your profile. Like, I don't really care for followers. I care because I care, but what I mean is I don't create things just to get numbers. I build, and then if people find the value in it, then they join in and enjoy it and derive the value. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. New old week. Yeah, it's so I really feel blessed that I'm able to create these platforms and people find value in them. I appreciate all the feedback that I get, and I try to respond to as much to as much all of it as possible. I can't always write back, but I'll do some kind of response. And yeah, so you must keep watching. You must stay subscribed on the YouTube channel. There's still so much more that we're bringing, and I just feel really blessed. I really do. I feel so blessed that I'm able to do this. It's you can see the smile on my face. It's just like, oh, I appreciate how God is using me, and I just listen and I go there, and that's been one of my greatest privileges in life, is being able to listen to God and just do what God needs me to do, and yeah, when I talk about creating a legacy, for me, these are the things that I mean, setting up something that is beyond just myself. And yeah, half the time I'm broke, but God said, "This is my money, not yours." So I really am so blessed to be able to invest in such platforms. So thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate you. We appreciate every single engagement. I think I'm one of those really frustrating people when I work with some of my team members. They're like, "No, we must do this. We must do this." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that. No, you must watch out for what time you release the episode so that there's high people watching." I'm like, no, whoever's watching is watching. Frankly, if it was up to me, I'd dump the entire season in one go, but it is up to me, but I still have to at least keep you guys interested and stretch it out, have you keep coming back for more. So yeah, thank you so much. Botswana, Australia, Swaziland in the house. Hello. So yeah, listen, it's a wonderful time to just help people in some shape or form. So, and I have no doubt that in the spaces where you are, you're also able to do something. So, it doesn't have to look like what other people are doing. You can just find your own rhythm and find your own ways of supporting your own ecosystem and making a difference. But sometimes it's just lending an ear. It's just hearing somebody out. So yeah, no, it's correct. I really do always focus on quality, and I'm a person that will not back anything that is not driven by quality. And I'd rather have two people watching. It's fine. God can question his own investment. No, sometimes it's not about money. It's about the difference you can make in people's lives with it. So I've always said, money it's one thing to have the resources. It's what are you doing with it? And I've chosen to pour money into all these platforms. I have no sponsors. I have no brands advertising. I have none of that stuff because I just want to keep the direction the way I want it. I'm a bit of a control freak, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, I think some people's ideas of what, my purpose is my purpose. It can't be anybody else's, and if I have people come on to the platform and make a difference, then great. But I take my money and I put it into where God needs me to, and right now it's all of these things I've created. So I'm really, really blessed, and it's more than just one or two people watching, but it's great that you guys are supporting the platform. I've also had to create some things, create membership stuff. I'm just like, guys, this is not how I make a living, but okay, let's see, how this platform can grow. Because yeah, I can't also be closed to the fact that, there are people who support the platform and who want to see it prosper. So I just, yeah, so I'm learning quite a lot, and I learned on season 1 a lot of lessons, and I think the biggest thing I took away from season 1 is I must do the show my way. And I guess though in season 1 I had to kind of like learn a few things. How do you produce a show? How do you do this? And then afterwards I was like, hey man, this thing I can do it myself. Let me do it. I'm that person. So I had Vanele help me with just, some of the logistics around it and come up with some, great questions. But you saw I didn't read any questions from a piece of paper or my phone. I prepared and I said, you know what? I don't like scripted things. you know, and I feel like season 1 was very scripted in terms of how I approached the show. So I learned from season 1, and this time around I was like, it's just a conversation. That's it, and I'm just gonna listen to where God is leading me with the questions and what it is that I should be unlocking and uncovering with, you know, with our guests. So I had a really great team help me with pulling this together, but they had an understanding of my vision and what it is that I wanted to do with it. So yeah, it's exciting. Somebody said I deserve a TV show. Some people have asked me, but I said, you know, let me just just do it my way for now. And the beauty of having it on a platform like YouTube is that I get to connect with people across the globe, because, you know, once it's on TV, unless it's a Netflix platform or a global platform, but if I were SABC, then you know, you exclude quite a lot of the people. So I mean, I've got here just on this people from other countries. Lesotho, I see you. Yeah. So yeah, let me see what's happening here. Tell me what's going on. What are you up to? I saw I didn't think there was a question about my secret to success. I think that has to be coming through each and everything I do. I mean, I've said it many times. I don't do things just for the sake of doing them. I really strive for excellence. And for me, it's not being perfect. It's excellence. It's knowing that I've given it everything I could, and that if I don't have that chance to do it again, that one chance I've had was enough. So yeah, I but again, I think there's no secret to success. It's not like, you know, I keep this in my back pocket. No, I've said it multiple times to many people in all the platforms possible. So, you know, hello, like I was supposed to host me and my husband at Kitchen Vibes yesterday, but that didn't happen because I had to kind of reschedule. I may have been exposed to somebody who was exposed to somebody with COVID. So I was just like, yeah, let me just stay at home, you know, just in case. But I mean, I'm not sick or anything, and they haven't tested positive yet. Well, I'm waiting to hear. So yeah, but I mean, this is Botswana in the house. But this is our life, guys. This is the reality of it. Is that we are going to be, if you haven't already been exposed, already have had COVID, you know, chances are, you know, the bulk of the population is going to be exposed. I remember when the pandemic hit, and I think it was early 2020, one of these experts on TV said chances are the whole population would be infected with COVID. And I think at the time we couldn't quite grasp that. We couldn't quite understand what the magnitude of that. And I really think now, you know, we get it. We're like, yeah, no, we get it. And yeah, so I think I already had COVID anyway when my husband had COVID. So I mean, the fact that I didn't get sick doesn't mean I didn't get it, surely. So we must just do our best to take precaution and be safe as much as we can and protect people around us, because you can't just be worried about someone giving you COVID, because you could be the one giving it to them. And a friend of mine recently also tested positive, but she wasn't sick. She was asymptomatic. Like literally, she was just like, she had no idea. So yeah, maybe this goes back to the times of HIV when you had to assume everyone had it, you know. And it's quite interesting, guys. We've lived through HIV. Yo, hey, our generation has seen them. Hey? Now we're in COVID again, another pandemic. People my age group, we were dodging HIV left, right, center when we were growing up. And I mean, it's still there. So young people And then anyone, actually, not just young people, everyone out there, stay safe, okay? Stay safe. It's let's not drop the ball because things have turned out a little more positive than before. So yeah, we're the generation that has seen quite a few pandemics, but like many before us, they've braved through it. Many didn't make it, but a large number of people continued to. Rwanda, I have to come to Rwanda, guys. I have to go to Rwanda. But anyway, so I think I'm preaching a bit. What day is it? Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Almost weekend. All right, so let's see. Are there questions or are you just chilling with me? Hi, Katleho. Yeah. Zam says she's turning 45 next year and she's having anxiety that she's running out of time. She hasn't achieved any of the things she wanted to achieve. You're running out of time for what? Whose scale are you using? Like, you're still alive, so let's go. Get going with it. It's just seize the moment. Don't wait till tomorrow because you may not have it. So just go for it. Zimbabwe. I'm so excited when I see people join in from other countries because I haven't been able to travel. It's a problem for me, a serious one, because yeah, I really like to have varying views of my life, and I just love exploring other countries and seeing what other people are doing, how they're doing it, and it's a challenge to not be able to travel. And I mean, we're due to go on vacation next week, but I don't know. That's now looking at risk, and I'm just hoping, crossing fingers that I can do it, because I really think I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't go somewhere. Of course, I won't lose my mind, but I will. Hello, Neska. Yeah. So the lady that's turning 45. I mean, you can't be thinking about age and the things you haven't accomplished. Just get on with it. You know, whatever the reasons are that you haven't reached where you believe you should be reaching, and remember, even saying I haven't achieved much, you know what it is that you should have achieved or you're hoping to achieve. And for as long as you're getting out of bed, it's an opportunity to chase your goals and enjoy them, you know. So, and never let age hold you back. What if you live till 100? What if you're one of those people who are going to live till 200? So just go for it, you know. It's a gift to be alive, you know. So just go for it. I saw another question, but it's flying up very quickly. So if you put it in the question box, I'm gonna get it. I'll get to it because I want to read these comments too. So just put it in that question box. But I think it really is important that we don't limit ourselves in terms of what we can achieve and when we can achieve it. I've never had age-bound goals, and I know the popular narrative is that you must have, you know, time-bound goals. This is true, but this is true in some instances. But you know, life doesn't always work out that way. So I just believe you must be clear about what you're trying to achieve with your life, and then have, you know, be clear what the vision is, but have the ability to adapt as things change. Be agile about it, and also don't leave anything to chance. So just make sure that you chase your goals and you chase your dreams, but you know, even when you're thinking you're 45 next year, you haven't done this, you've already achieved so much. I'm 100% sure of it. But you maybe haven't taken the time to reflect back on your journey and see how far you've come. So just be clear about what it is that you are trying to achieve, and don't compare yourself to anyone. Like I said, what if you're the one that lives till 150, 100, 200? You know, what if you don't even make it to 45? So the moment you have is only now. So just go for it and do what makes your heart sing. Hello, Kenya. All right, let me see. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words. This one says, hi, Sis Amanda. Have you experienced the challenge of losing friends or people as you become more successful? I think that's possibly a normal thing to go through. I tell you why I'm saying that. You outgrow certain people, and they outgrow you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're lucky to still have friends that you've known for a long time, and you get along, and your values are aligned, and you grow together. I just think you should never stay with people where you're both you're not growing together, because then you're gonna find a lot of toxicity and maybe jealousy as well, because one is thriving whilst the other one is not. So I also think we place way too much importance and emphasis on friends. Again, it depends on how old you are. I think at a younger age you care a lot about friends, but the older you get, the more you're busy with your things, the less you worry about friends, and the more you appreciate the people that are around you at that point in time, and how it is that your lives are intersecting. So I think it's a natural part of life. It's a natural order of things to lose people along the way, and sometimes you lose some that you don't want to lose, but the truth is that you gain some too that you've never even thought you'd need in your life. So yeah, I mean, for me, it's again, I guess I don't place that much value on losing people, because I appreciate it as a normal course of life. And if I'm not losing people, then it means somehow I'm not growing. And if they're not losing me, it means they are not growing. And if we're growing together, then fantastic. There's no reason to even lose each other. Buleng says, have you ever had insecurities about who you are and what you could achieve? Not really, hey? And I think I'm going to suggest that you read Baked in Pain, because I think there's a lot of context there why I would say to you, I've never had insecurities. And there's nothing I think I cannot achieve. Everything I tell myself I'm going to I want, and I get, and I go after it. But I think it's because it's driven from a deep place of purpose. So it just depends on what it is that you're talking about. I don't always get what I want. I mean, I really would love a jet. But it's not like that's happening. So yeah, no, I just think that when you've done that work, it's when you've done that internal work and just ground yourself in who you are, there's very less to be insecure about. And also, in fact, if you've embraced yourself, insecurities have no place there. Uganda, hello. You can get the book on Amazon. Just try Amazon. We've started, there's a lady who's selling books in Namibia now, because we could at least get them to her. It's just the shipping from South Africa to any of our neighboring countries is ridiculous. But anyway, Baked in Pain is available at amandadambuza.com. amandadambuza.com. As well as amazon.com if you're outside South Africa. But if you have a South African address, we can deliver anywhere in South Africa. And then Amazon is outside South Africa. So Namibia is now sorted. I'm sorting out Botswana shortly. So let's see. All right, a jet and the yacht. No, I'll just take the jet only. The yacht is all right. What did I study? I studied social sciences. So I majored in sociology and social anthropology. I had a minor in psychology. Yeah, let's see. Tez says, how does one discover their purpose in life? I'm going to recommend that you watch the mentorship session I did, the first one, on YouTube, Vastly Sage channel, because I do talk about, how you get to your purpose. And I know I'm trying to find another word for inner work, but the truth is that, if you haven't done that internal introspection and understand where you've come from, who you are, how your experiences have shaped you, and understand what is your role in relation to your society. It's hard to come up with your purpose if you haven't been able to find those or to define or answer those questions. So it's very important to do that groundwork, because when you understand who you are, where you've come from, how those things shape you, you start to understand how you then relate to your world and what it is about your world that you believe you were born for. So that question around what is your why, that is just so important. So go for it. There's a question from Lelo, tips on building confidence and self-belief. I am my own hindrance and want to overcome this. Again, this is a question I've answered on one of the mentorship sessions on YouTube, so please go watch that. But ultimately, it's all linked. You cannot be confident and believe you deserve success if you haven't actually invested in understanding who you are. I think, a lot of people underestimate the amount of work you have to do to be successful. And it's things don't just fall into place by themselves. You build up that foundation, and it all comes from what you are building inside, or what you've built inside, what is sitting inside. Because lack of confidence and self-belief comes from somewhere. Who said what to you when, and what are your own beliefs of yourself? So you cannot change anything about your life if your own belief of who you are hasn't changed. So you have to rebuild that sense of self before you can tackle what is to come your way. So I think it's something you can never underestimate. But the reason some people are struggling is because it is hard work to do. A lot of people don't want to go there. So they'd rather just gloss over things, gloss over their lives. Oh, it's just a small drop in confidence. Oh, it's okay, I'm shy. Or no. Do the work. Build up that foundation. Check what the foundation is like. Because if you're finding that you don't feel like you're worthy of the things that you deserve, then chances are your foundation is shaky. So you can't build a house on a shaky foundation. So whatever you're trying to build is not going to stand because your foundation is not strong. So it's very important to invest time into just understanding who you are, where you've come from, how the things you experienced shape you. And only when you know that, you'll have the ability to change the things you do not like. But if you skim around this process, then I really don't believe you get the full value of and derive the highest expression of who you are. So I hope that helps. But yeah, guys, I poured a lot into those mentorship sessions, so go for it. Okay, let's see. Baby Joe says, how do you balance being a mom, entrepreneur, and a wife? There's nothing to balance, really, because when I left corporate, my aim was everything I do has to fit into my lifestyle. So if it's not fitting into my lifestyle and there's conflict, I have to get rid of it. I used to chair a bank, and one of the things that I decided to do was step down because it was conflicting it was taking a lot of my time. It was taking even time for supper with my family, which is a no-no in my life. So, I'm the person, if it's not fitting into my lifestyle, whatever, however glamorous it is, however great the stature or the money, it has got to go. It's got to go. So I don't have to balance anything. Being a mom is who I am. The things I do around my life are, my family is a priority, and being a wife is who I am. So that it almost feels like my family life is here, and then everything must fall around that. That's how I do my things. And if it's not falling within that, if it destabilizes that, then it has to go, like, cut. So I don't really think there's anything to balance. And the difference also, though, is that I do own my time. So I have the freedom to do with it what I want to do with it. Guys, I do so much, hey? I do so much. Yet I still sleep a minimum 9 hours, 8 hours if it's a bad night. Yeah, floss. And yeah, so there's something to be said for understanding who you are, what your role is in the world, and how you interact with your world. And then you prioritize the things that matter, Please put your question in the question box so that I can answer. And the part about business, that's you need people around you who can help pick up. So if I'm hiring people in my business, they must do what they're supposed to do, because the aim is to take that pressure off me. But if I have people that are not adding value, then it's a problem, because then that pressure transfers onto me. So it's understanding that you must have the right people around you. I'm still a person that does a lot of things myself, but I've got a great support system. I've got, even with my family, if I can't be here for whatever reason, my husband is here, So, and if we both can't be here for whatever reason, my housekeeper is around. So we ask her to stay over. But we don't have a live-in housekeeper. We just do everything ourselves. Try it, it's nice. Stop running the streets. What are you looking for there? All right, let's see. Onke, hello, my darling Onke. Onke says, nothing deep, Wetu. What's the secret to your skin and your legs? Nothing deep at all, ne, Onke. So, Onke, you should know this already. But anyway, I'll tell you. There's no secret. As you said, it's not deep. I drink lots of water. I eat healthy most of the time. But guys, I'm one of those people who are so embarrassing. My husband will tell you this. It's always like, this rural girl. I'll be in a 5-star hotel and then I want hot wings. You know those ones? And he'd be like, yo, man. You're so embarrassing. So yeah, I eat as healthy as I can, and I stay active. But I must tell you, the legs, let me also, I absolutely give all the credit to my mother's genes. My mother has amazing legs. Zero cellulite, zero stretch, you name it. So I'm so glad I got those. My sister didn't though. At least I got the legs. So yeah, it's also just making sure that what's sitting inside of me is good energy, because I really think that what's inside of you reflects on the outside. So I try and protect my peace with everything I've got. You know, of course, like everyone in life, we've got disappointments, we've got things that are annoying, we've got irritations. But I'm just blessed to understand what erodes my peace and what doesn't. So I do everything I can to protect my peace, you know. Yeah, she got the attention, I got the legs. Yes. Who needs attention? Zizi says, hi, Sister Amanda, thank you for sharing these valuable insights. How do you think are best practices when encountering growth anxiety? Best practices when encountering growth anxiety. Well, I just think that, you know, again, it's linked to the same question I answered earlier. Just be if you can dissect why you feel the way you do. In fact, it's a chapter I was writing in my book yesterday. I was fine-tuning in my book yesterday about, you know, insecurities and anxieties. Any emotion that you feel, you need to understand, what is this emotion? What informs this emotion? Where does it come from? Because if you're anxious about growth, is a wonderful thing. Why would you be anxious about that? You know? So understand how your emotions are playing themselves out and what informs them. Guys, I don't know how else to emphasize it, but your life and your growth and your success, whatever it is not going to happen by chance. It happens because you're deliberate about it. You're deliberate about understanding yourself. And then, so that when certain emotions come over you, you are able to identify what those emotions are and how you, and it's understanding what is it and why is it like that? How did it come to be? Because then when you can understand it, you can start to own it. Again, I really recommend you watch Vastly Sage season 2. I mean Vastly Sage mentorship sessions. Okay, let me take another one. Okay, there's a lot. Give me a moment. Gugu says, hi, Sis Amanda. How can you transition to IT from business, especially if you lack the experience? I don't know what you mean by business. Do you mean like you are in a division that is more customer facing, and then you want to go into IT? Funny enough, I also answered a question like this on the mentorship session. I think it was session 2, second session. Anyway, just watch all of them. I think they'll help you. But I mean, you can never discount the experience that you've had somewhere else. So, you know, saying lack of experience, you might be lacking the technical experience, but you've got the work experience. So it's move from a place of strength, move from what you would be bringing to that role based on your experience that you've already had. And then, you know, find a person that can talk to you about the role that you're trying to get into. But also be clear about why you want to get into that role. What is it about IT that makes you want to get into it? Because you might get there and then you just completely hate it. So it's what is driving that transition. And please watch that mentorship session, because I did spend quite a bit of time talking about how to transition from one role to another. All right, let me see, I'm getting there, just one moment. Simbisa Foundation says, how did you build your inner circle? I don't really have some way of building an inner circle. I only keep people around me whose energy is positive. I only keep people around me who are highly determined about their lives. I keep people around me who are quite worldly in their view of life. I don't like close-minded people. I don't like hanging out with people who don't appreciate diversity. So I don't go and say, okay, this one must be in my inner circle, this one must be, no, it's just all by 100% organic energy connection. And because someone is close to me, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll always be, it's about what is it in that moment that is driving the connection. And some people end up in my circle, and I don't even know if there's such a thing as a circle, to be honest, in my life, but I end up with people close to people because maybe I'm supporting their business, I'm trying to get exposure for their business, or I really like them as human beings and I want to help them in some shape or form, or I actually just enjoy them, So yeah, but it's important. Remember, if you understand yourself, you know what kind of energy you want around you. And I've been in situations where I'm around negative energy, and I pull myself back because my body has a bad reaction to negative energy, like as in a rash. so I just pull back. And I say this, if you're with people and you walk away not feeling great about yourself, then you should be revisiting that relationship. By revisit, I mean cut. All right, let's see. Noel says, when are you coming to Durban for a women's brunch or masterclass? We love you. Thank you so much. I'm coming to Durban in August, but that's another thing. It's not a public event though. It's a corporate that has booked me to come and speak in Durban, but I'm definitely exploring having a beautiful masterclass in Durban. It's coming, don't worry, it's coming. Can we just get rid of this third wave, please? This COVID business is no longer Ayoba. It never was, Gepoof. Okay, let's see. D-Tem says, would you say being happy is more of a choice, or it depends on how things around you are? Because I love your energy. Well, how things around you are is also your choice. And our happiness is nobody else's business but ours. That doesn't mean you don't have challenges. Doesn't mean you don't have limiting factors in your environment, but you choose to rise above it. Yeah, you choose what your happiness is. So it absolutely is a choice, and it is 100% dependent on you. I know people who have very little and they're the most joyful souls. They just make your heart sing, so it absolutely is dependent on you. It is a choice. Dipalisa says, you pour so much into people. Who pours into you? Do you have a mentor or people that you draw inspiration from, I assume? There's when you understand what your role is in the world and your role in the ecosystem and why God brought you here, you start to appreciate what you mean and what you stand for. So I get a lot of inspiration from what I do. So pouring onto others gives me a lot of fire and drive and inspiration. But I've got my family, so for me that keeps me very grounded. And you'll see, I have a lot of people ask me to do these like Sunday cookout sessions every week. I'm like, I can't do that. I can only do it when my body is saying do it, and I've got something to say. So I know when to back off when my body needs nourishment and my mind just needs to rest. So as much as I pour a lot, I also know when to give to myself. So, and that's very important. But my family is just, for me, that's all the fuel I need in life, to be honest. And there's nothing like a good chuckle with a girlfriend. So I also have that as well, And I have a lot of fun in my own home. So This house is it's so much fun to be here. Honestly, I'm just so blessed. Okay, let's see. Just bear with me. There's a lot of questions here. As Sky says, do you not feel guilty when you set boundaries with other people? Nope, not at all. Why would I feel guilty? You end up setting boundaries because you need to, because something is not working. So why would you feel guilty about that? So no, I don't feel guilty at all. In fact, boundaries are very healthy. It's what we should be striving for. If you're feeling guilty about setting boundaries, understand why you're feeling guilty. Understand that emotion and understand it for what it is. I am Paul Mankati says, I wonder how it's like to live your dream. Which dream? Your dream. Because you can't live my dream. Because it's mine. Yours, yeah, you gotta find out and you tell us, hey? All the best though. Okay. Vasitsana says, was it always this way when you started? Like, did you prioritize relationships and sleep? When I left corporate, I prioritized Amanda. And what that meant is I needed to get some rest. Guys, when I left corporate, I didn't do anything for 5 months. What was it? 5 months? No, it was, I left in May, middle of May. So I started being active in August. So all I did was sleep because I was so exhausted. I slept, I ate, I drank. I'd wake up, take the kids to school, come back, sleep, wake up because I'm hungry, eat, sleep again. It was amazing. My soul really needed it. It was so good. And I had this this need to just replenish. So you know, it's time I'll never ever give up. So did I always prioritize my relationships? My family always got the crumbs when I was in corporate. So for me, living corporate was more than just, you know, start a business. It was a lifestyle change. And they always got the crumbs. I can tell you, if I was in corporate now, I would do things differently because I've now learned that actually the world continues without you. And that the people that suffer the most are, you know, would be your family. So yeah, I've had that that life lesson. Thank God I got it when I was younger though, you know, because then I could make some changes and adjust and be present in my family's life. So that's everything for me. And sleep, the are you saying something? Bye, babe. You don't have to whisper. I've got earphones on. Oh. Bye, babe. Okay. Bye. So yeah, you know, I prioritized it because I think when you start to understand what matters, then your priorities change. Can I use your phone? So I take a photo, babe. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Just give me a moment. I want to pick up another question. I also want to take a photo of this. I like it. All right, thanks, love. Okay, let's see another question. Can you guys still hear me? My questions are not loading, so I'm not sure why. Wave at me if you can still hear me or see me. Please. Let's see where we are. Hello, everybody. Are you still there? Okay, I think we had a small drop in the network. Okay, let's see. Just give me one moment. I want to check my good on the network. Okay, I'm back. Okay, great. Thank you. I thought I was frozen there for a moment. Okay. All right, my questions are back. Let's keep going. Sivu says, hello sis, no question, but just want to appreciate the awesome and authentic woman you are. That giggle of yours always puts a smile on my face. Thank you so much. Thank you. And okay, wait. Just give me a moment. What's a day in the Amanda's life look like? Looks like this. It looks like this. Yeah, my days are centered around my family and my work. Depends on what I'm doing on the day. But I have such flexibility. I think this is why I don't think I'll ever find I'll ever be able to adjust to an environment that's quite rigid, where I'm only doing one thing for 8 to 10 hours. You are die. I currently have so many jobs, but I am able to fit all of them into my schedule, and I've worked out a rhythm. So some weeks it's board meetings and it's hectic. Some days I do nothing. Some days it's work. Okay, my primary business, the project management business, Uyandiswa, is always, that's why that I do that throughout the day, but it's not like all consuming, then I'm finishing up my book, so it's a day in my life is whatever's happening on the day, anything goes, but at the core of it all is my family, then my work around that. Ino says, I'm studying mining engineering final year. What advice would you give me going into graduate next? I'm not sure what advice you're looking for. So maybe if you're quite specific about your questions, the one advice I can think of is finish. Just finish. Sorry guys, I amuse myself so often. Is manifestation important to me? Yes, it is important. But I mean, it depends on what, for me, I believe in God and prayer, and that's how my life manifests. So it's 100% how I live my life. How many siblings do I have, and what's my relationship like with them? I've got 2 siblings. It's okay. It's like they're there. Yeah. The other question is, how do you choose who you mentor? There's many different criteria, to be honest. It's just a connection thing. But I'm not taking one-on-one mentees anymore, because it's not practical. But I remain accessible to those whom I've mentored before. But also, guys, I say this: you just cannot keep wanting to be mentored for life. I think we are, as Black people, are over mentored, guys, overly mentored. Just live your life, and if you have someone that you can bounce something off of, do it, please. We can't wait for mentors to live our lives. A mentor is not going to tell you how to live your life. They're just going to guide you if you're stuck somewhere. But I think, again, I did an entire thing on the mentorship platform on YouTube on this particular topic. So watch it there. Sorry, I have to come back. So my relationship with my siblings is we just no, we're not. I used to be very close to my sister, but life happens. And then you build boundaries, and then you have heartbreak, and then you're like, okay, and I was born alone. Yeah. People want to walk a mile in Amanda's shoe, I tell you. But they are alive, which is what matters, and yeah, thank God. Pumla asked a question about how important is it to know and understand yourself. I've already answered that on the session as well. And go ahead and watch the mentorship sessions as well. Mbali says, hi Sisi, what's your take on starting in business? Is it wiser to collaborate or go solo? It depends on your own rhythm. I haven't collaborated much, well, small collaborations, but depends on what you mean by collaboration. Is it just a shareholding thing, or is it actual doing business? Because you don't always have the skills and expertise for what you want to do, so sometimes you bring in partners. So it's completely up to you and your own rhythm. Okay. Kelly says, how do I start working towards improving myself like you? So I don't understand when you mean like me. You must improve yourself for you. So like whatever your life. So what you can take from my life and what I've done is a lot of what I've put into the YouTube channel. Please watch it. Just watch those mentorship sessions. Watch my live sessions. I've done a lot of that. But I think it's not a working towards improving yourself is a lifelong journey. And that's why I'm saying, it's best to spend time and listen to the things that I've put out on that YouTube channel. The live sessions I've done, the questions some people ask, the opinions and recommendations that I've put out there, and you see what works for you. And it should always be about you. It should always be about you and your life. It can't be like other people. No, you take what you learn from them, and then you use that for your own situation or circumstance. Timna says, what's your take on leadership in the private sector versus leadership in government? What do you mean, what's my take? That's like so broad. I have many takes, Lovey. Tell me which one you're trying to find. Now lady is asking, how was early motherhood on my career? Did I have to slow down for a while? Yeah, I did. But that was a personal choice for me. When it is actually more when my daughters were born, I left. That was the first time I left corporate when they were 7 months old. So that was 2008. 2008, yeah. 2008. Wait, let me count. I'm gonna pull a zoomer again. Wait. Yeah, it was 2007. Yeah, we had moved to Cape Town, and then I left corporate to run businesses. Epic disappointment. Then I went back to work in 2009. And And then, yeah, so, but, you know, I would like to say that with my daughters, I worked more in corporate. When my son was born, though, I stepped down from an executive role at Standard Bank, and I moved closer to home, work-wise, and I literally demoted myself from being an executive head of a division to being a senior project manager, because I am a working mother. I like working, and then but then I was closer to home, and at the time my husband was traveling quite a lot, and so I mean, you make these decisions along the path. For me, any decision to do with my children is a decision that is always right. So everything else, the world can wait, you know. And I mean, I did that, and within it wasn't even a matter of 2 years. I was back in executive roles. So in fact, it's something I did in my last corporate job. When I joined them, I joined ABSA as a senior project manager. That was me stepping down from an exec role at Standard Bank, just so I could be close to home and actually just be in a space where I could breastfeed my son in peace, you know, without stresses and things. So you do that all the time. It's part of being a mother. But for me, I'm very clear about what my priorities are in life. Jobs will always be there. Careers will always be there. Your children grow up, and they grow up so quickly. And you know, before you know it, you've lost out, or you've missed out on lessons that you could have been giving them. So, but remember, now I have childhood issues, so I have serious issues. So even when my husband even remotely suggests that the kids go to boarding school, I'm like, that's not happening. I don't hug them. I have taught them to be independent, but I just feel like, you know, God has gifted me this opportunity to impart so much onto them, and I don't want to miss a single moment. And time will come when they leave the nest, you know, that is inevitable. But I just don't want to force that too quickly. And thank God they don't want it either. So you know, I just feel like I still want to be there for them as much as I can. So my mpo says, what's your favorite country you have visited? I have so many favorite countries. Senegal was one of my favorite countries to have visited. In fact, I just feel like my ancestors are in Senegal. That place just like, my soul just like, oh, it just felt right at home. It must be the shopping. I killed the shopping in Senegal. Carol was in shock. I'm like, hey, Mina, when I shop. I'm one of those people, I either don't shop or I shop. Like, I don't go to shops to look. If I go to the shops, it's because I have something specific that I'm going to buy, and I'm going to go and shop. But Senegal, the people, oh man, they're lovely. The hospitality, the place is just amazing. And then I have a thing where I'll go to the same country multiple times because I love it. So most countries in Europe we've been to multiple times, and we absolutely love them. So I love America. US I haven't been to because I don't want to. I didn't want to. Now I have friends there, so I now want to. And we were supposed to have gone last year. And my husband always says to me, you have to go to the US. You'll love New York, because he's been multiple times, and I've just been like, yeah, no, sharp. And I love countries in Asia. So yeah, there's many different places I've been to that I've enjoyed, but there's still so many more to explore. So yeah, but no place compares to South Africa. I must just tell you that. And it's possible that I'm biased, but that's fine. Somebody's asking me a question about how I met my husband. I think you should read my book. Bali says, what's your best childhood memory? I don't have any. And I tell you, all right, so let's see if I can take a few more. Somebody said there's something, my lips and what I'm saying are misaligned. Is that so? It must be the earphones, but if I take them off, then you're gonna hear my son screaming the other side. Listen, it doesn't matter where I am in the house, you can hear him. That's how much he screams. Hello from Budapest. Hi. I love Budapest. So what is my family like? Oh, childhood memory. You know, I'm pretty sure there's I remember working in the garden. I think that's my most favorable and most comforting childhood memory, but I don't really have others beyond my connection to nature. So unfortunately, this is why I'm always so deliberate about, you know, okay, let me take off these if my lips are misaligned. Can you hear me? If you tell me you can hear me, then I'll keep going. Hello, hi. But you know, so yeah, my childhood memory was really about it's more the stuff that I connected to nature. So beyond that, there was not much that I can tell you was a nice childhood memory. So I'm one of those people who just like, yo, I'm still here, God. It's a miracle. But I am grateful for my life with all its tough lessons. So if it's misaligned, then it must be something to do with the app, because usually when the earphones are off, then it should be fine. But there's still a lag. Don't know why. Sorry. Do you want me to keep going or try again or restart it? You tell me what you want to do. So this is, how is your family life now different from how you grew up? It's chalk and cheese. First of all, I'm here. So just being a mom, just being a present mom is already a generational curse broken. So yeah, I think it's everything is different. Everything is complete contrast of how I grew up. So when I say everything, I mean everything, like everything, everything. But that was purposeful. I decided that I would break it. I would break that chain, you know. Let's see. I think it's important that you know, one of the reasons I've set up all these platforms like my YouTube channel, I've written my book Baked in Pain, it's because some of the questions that people ask me, you'll find them there and so much more, because I mean, if some of the questions, if I just took one question, it could be the entire thing. So I do encourage people to watch those platforms and read the book. I mean, I spend a lot of time on making sure that I can pour all my lessons and my opinions. I'm highly opinionated. It is insane. I constantly have opinions, but people can take what they need and leave what doesn't work for them, you know. So, but the work that I do is really to help people answer their own questions, or bring forth a thought or something that you didn't think about before. So yeah, do I ever go teaser? Yes, I do. But I mean, it's once in a while, and thank you to COVID. Thank you to the lockdowns and things, you know, happily staying in my home. Yeah, so I do. Where can you get my book? amandatambuza.com. Hello from Tanzania. Hello. Yeah, no, I do. I am a Makoti after all. Oh, these Kotis are in things. And I don't mind it because, but I only have one thing and one thing only. I only want to cook. The minute you get me off the pots, then I'm not doing anything. And then sometimes people get offended by that. But I'm like, but if you take away the one thing I love doing, then now I must wash dishes. Like, no, I don't like that. And if I'm not cooking, I'm not the person that's gonna get up and say, oh, can I help you with the dishes? No. So I'm just like, yeah, let me cook. I can cook for hundreds and hundreds of people. I'll stand on that stove. I don't mind it. I love it. But then the minute I have to go do things that I don't like, the things I don't do here at home, like I don't wash dishes. Sometimes I do because my kids are like, Mama, you must try it sometime. It's so much fun. My husband washes dishes. He washes dishes, he tidies up, he does all of that. I just cook. I love cooking. And then some days I'll randomly get up and wash dishes. I'd rather just wash them with my hands than pack the dishwasher. It's just like such a schlep. And clearly I get judged for my technique, so I just like, whatever. You wash them yourselves. But there's harmony in my home. So I cook, other people tidy up and do the dishes. Of course, we've got Patricia. Patricia comes 5 times a week. But she comes in the morning and leaves at 5, and yeah, so everything else outside of that, on the days she's not here, we do it ourselves. But yeah, we I've got an ebook. There's an ebook on Amazon already. All my books have ebooks, so you can get it on Amazon. Somebody asked me to post a picture of me cotizaring. No, I cotiza like this, in shorts. My mom-in-law is one of those people. But then if it's like umcimbi, then I'll wear my clothes. I don't wear anything else. That's not. We're not very, very, very traditional. Even if we were traditional, I'll wear what I want. No one must tell me what I should wear or shouldn't wear. It's a. I don't play those games, and thank God. God blessed me with my in-laws who get that. No one can tell me what to do. No, that wouldn't work. So God blesses you with what you need, I guess. Do I have a life coach or a mentor? No, I don't. But I have friends, that if I need to talk about something, I'll do it. I must say that I'm very self-sufficient. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with it. Just in case you sit there and think, oh, no man is an island. There's nothing wrong with being self-sufficient. In fact, that's what you should be striving for, being self-sufficient. And if I need something and I need some wisdom, I'll go and Google it. Or if I know somebody whose advice I trust, then I'll call them or I'll ask them. But I say I'm a child of the universe. I learn a lot from just my universe, my surroundings, but answers always sit within you. Answers are always deep inside of you, and people can help you, guide you and send you to a certain direction. But ultimately, it's your decision. It's your questions. It's your answers to those questions. So I probably, a lot of people expect that I must say I have mentors and that I must say I have coaches. I don't. I did have a coach when I was in corporate, because when you became a director at the bank, you then got assigned a coach. You had the opportunity to use the coach. So I did. My friend Vessel. So, but Vessel and I, when we are together, we don't even talk. Like, we will have wine, talk about life, just enjoy. Like, there's no, I need this advice or that advice. But when I want somebody's opinion, I'll specifically say, listen, I want to know how you did this and that, But I learn from people, the people I interact with. That's why the people that are quite close to me are people that I respect a lot, because then I can take so much from them. And sometimes there's like, I actually really don't. I'm very sufficient, and I'm very self-reliant. And honestly, it doesn't matter who can help me with what. Ultimately, the decision is with me, lies with me. So I always say, cut out the middleman. But I also appreciate that not everyone has done the work that I've done, and not everyone maybe has the confidence in myself as I do. But that came from work. I wasn't born or raised to be confident and trust myself. I had to rebuild that myself. So again, it's not like, I'm some unicorn. No, I mean, if you know anything about my childhood, you should know that I've had to work really hard to be here. I did see psychologists. I see Arabella is asking. And there is actually a one of the episodes in season 2 is about psychological help, and I really can't wait for you guys to see that. But it's choosing a psychologist or a therapist is also quite a process, because you don't connect with the first one. You won't connect with, so you have to go through the process of finding that person that works for you. So yeah, I did. I saw psychologists a lot, Shem, and I saw priests. You name it, because hey, rough. But what I mean by that is that I had to do the work. So for me up front, I knew that I had to work on something. I knew that, if I didn't do that, my life would not pan out the way that God has set out for it. Oh, guys, look at this. I love this necklace. I got this from Marian Rangers. What's her last name again? Sorry, I don't want to butcher it. It's all Afrikaans. So I need to remember it. But I did post about it on my stories. So that's such a pretty necklace. Thank you, Marian. So yeah, I've had the greatest pleasure of investing in myself and understanding what God requires from me, and I just follow that. So do the work. My best holiday destination in South Africa is all over South Africa. South Africa has so much to offer. We love being in the countryside, so Dalstrom Way, where it's our other hood. We love being in the bush, Limpopo Way, or you go all the way to Mpumalanga. We like being in Cape Town for, that Cape Town thing. For that thing, not for the swimming, no, because the water is cold. Then we love being in KZN side for also similar beach, safari, spa. South Africa has everything to offer. There's the Eastern Cape, beautiful, stunning. So there's no one favorite destination in South Africa. It's pretty much everywhere. I go to Dalstrom a lot because it's our other home, but we chose to have our other home there because we love it so much, and it's a place that really fills our soul. So yeah. Hey guys, this was supposed to be hi from the UK. Hello, Katie. It was supposed to be like a quick hello. Now I'm looking at the time. It's 12 o'clock already. It was an impromptu hello. But okay, so how do you feel fear when starting in business, or did it feel natural for you? I've been in business since I was 23 years old. So for me, it was natural. It was always going to happen that I leave corporate and fall into big business on my own. So no, I had no fear at all. But I write about this in my book too, so check it out. Baked in Pain. How many countries have I been to? You're a lot. Maybe 30 something or something. I'm not going to talk about pot brands here, guys. They don't pay me. Tell them to bring me pots first, then I'll talk about them. Linda says, Amanda, you're the chosen one. You made lockdown to listen to us instead of the other way around. Oh, thank you. I think all of us are chosen in some shape or the other. We just have to find what that is, you know. I just, again, like I said, everything I do is I listen. You know, I listen to the message and listen to God and say, okay, so what's the message? You know, if I was heavily into ancestors, by the way, I believe in ancestors a lot. But if I was like a practicing type person, I would be like, yo, you know, the messages I get from my ancestors. I do think that, you know, there's a level of how I show up is absolutely God, and who knows my ancestors too, you know, showing up and enabling me to be the person that I am to many, but first of all to myself. So yeah, thank you. How did I find which platform to thrive in? It's driven by what your purpose is. So you just find out why you're here, who you are, where you can make a difference, and then the platforms will come to you. I create my platforms. The ones I get invited to, I choose which ones I get on, because it's very important to me to be doing things that are meaningful, where I can add value. So I've long passed the phase where it's just about earning the money. Thank God, because now I get to have choice. You know, I can choose what I'm gonna get involved in. It's no longer just about, you know, earning something from it, and I think that's the freedom, you know, that I've earned, and thank God for that. Faith, hello Faith. Faith says, what's the biggest challenge in your industry at the moment? Well, there's a lot of challenges, but there's great opportunity. You know, we largely work in IT. We do a lot of technology implementations, technology projects. But I mean, we do projects right across any industry. But largely the banks, we do system implementations for them. The challenge is I guess it's a momentum that we're trying to pick up. I'm in consulting, so again, when you say industry, I don't know which one you're referring to, but I'm in consulting, and largely we do technology implementations. But the financial services are largely our clients. We work across industries as well, and I can tell you that our clients are facing obviously a matter of how do you pull back the costs, which means that the rates that you would ordinarily get in projects are also reduced, which is an issue for us. Increases on your rates are not forthcoming because clients are strained, so that's a serious problem for us. But the opportunity is that there's also projects being started to make sure that those customers or our clients are well sustained into the future. And I mean, we don't do small clients. Our large customer base is the blue chip, so it's all the banks, and I say all, I mean all. The only bank we haven't done work with is Investec. We did a business that I bought previously did, but every other bank, First Rand Group across, we've done work with them, and it's all technology implementations, and it's a change management project, Guys, I am not a crypto whatever, a Bitcoin whatever, a Forex whatever. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't even know any of that stuff. I don't know where to start with that stuff. So people must stop falling for these scammers. I no longer have a Facebook account because I kept my Facebook account so that I could report these things. But I got tired because every time you report, Facebook says they're not going against community guidelines. I don't understand how somebody takes your photos and creates a fake account and uses that to scam people. I don't understand how that doesn't go against community standards. So I have posted on my profile here that I don't have a Facebook account. Every single day I get people telling me about people contacting them on Facebook, even here, by the way. But in fact, it seems it's much easier to deal with those accounts on Instagram than it is on Facebook. So if you guys, even LinkedIn, even WhatsApp, some people send me a WhatsApp screenshot of a person with my photos talking to them about Forex and things like that. And I'm like, listen here, first of all, I don't know you. I don't have your number. You don't have my number. So how is it that suddenly you think that is me? So I just don't understand why people keep falling for these scams. So you're not going to get rich quick. That's not going to happen. And you're not going to get me contacting you. For what? I don't even know you. Like, why would I even, I've never contacted anyone trying to get them involved in anything. If I need to contact people, I will phone them myself. So it's unfortunate that so many people still fall for these things. Guys, do your research, be wise. Don't give over your money to people online. Like, why would you do that? Sorry, I don't know how I ended up on this vent, but yeah, I don't know how. But anyway, you got my point. Be wise, people. Be wise. What is one decision you wish you didn't make? No, I don't have any such thing in my life. Every decision I've made, I've owned. Whether the outcome was great or not, I have zero regrets in my life. Zero, I mean none whatsoever. Thank you, docs. Nolita says, okay, I think this will be like one of the last two questions I take. Nolita says, I'm new in corporate. How did you create relationships, I guess, is the question. So, firstly, just be competent. Before the relationships part, just be competent at your job. Dealing with people who are not competent is just annoying. And no one wants to be your friend or be associated with you if you're not competent. Let me just tell you that. People in corporate want to be associated with successful people. Now, successful doesn't mean you are senior. It simply means you are really good at what you do. So whatever your job is, no matter how junior it is, no matter how clerical it is, do it to the best of your ability. And when you're good at what you do, people are drawn towards you. And what I would really recommend for you as you grow in corporate is build relationships with everyone. Don't just choose the seemingly successful people or the seemingly popular people. Just choose people because, not because you want something from them, but because you genuinely want to build relationships with them. I'm not a big just fake relationships just so you get something from people. I don't like that. I'm not that person. So I'd rather not know people or not be close to them if I can't actually genuinely build a relationship with them out of just getting to know them as human beings. Because I think the opportunities come because, you are not always at every table, but if you've got a good relationship or at least a good vibe with somebody that's at that table, they're more inclined to champion your cause. But if you're gonna be brown nosing and trying to lick people's behinds just so that you can be seen to be in with the right crowd, then you're just annoying and no one's gonna like you anyway. So there's something to be said for being really genuine and caring for people as human beings. Doesn't matter who they are, be it that CC, that auntie in the kitchen, or the one that's cleaning your floors, the one that's serving you coffee, or the leader in your business, or find points of connection. Find points of connection, and just be good at what you do, because if you are, and you are a reasonably cordial person, you can get along with people, you will be successful. But don't fall into these traps where people are just not what they're supposed to be, or what they mean to be, or who they actually are. So yeah, I hope that that helps you in a way. Guys, it's been so good. I had sat down here I had a few meetings, and then I had sat down to start writing, and then I thought, let me just check in with you and see how you're doing. So let me see if there's one question that I can take. Kia says, as an aspiring project manager, how do you stay motivated while working for a slow-paced, relaxed organization? So I don't know, when you're saying you are aspiring, does this mean you're not a project manager? Yeah, but either it doesn't matter. I mean, how do you stay motivated? Well, motivation is not an external thing. Motivation is an internal thing. You need to be deciding, why are you there? What does that job mean to you? If it's a slow-paced and relaxed environment, and you feel like you're an energizing bunny, or that everyone thinks you are hectic, then remember, like with anything, not every environment is going to fit you. And if you feel like your energy is being wasted, find another environment. I wish I could come up with like these. No, I don't actually wish. I don't wish I could tell you that it's not that simple. It is simple. You make your decisions. If you're in an environment and you enjoy what you do, make it work, guys. Make it work. If it's not working, find something else. I don't necessarily believe that you need an Amanda to tell you that, but people are so driven by fear, and only you know your circumstance. Maybe you're the only breadwinner. Maybe everyone depends on you, so you are fearful of going to find another environment. Those are all factors that come into play, but it's your decision at the end of the day. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're a project administrator, okay? But you said, you're aspiring to be a project manager, but you're a project administrator at this time, yeah. But again, I'm not going to be able to tell you what to do with your life, but I think you should look at your own circumstances, and if an environment doesn't work for you. I was that person, guys. I never stayed in a job for more than 2 years. In fact, APSA is one of the places I stayed the longest. Needless to say, it was also the last. But I was that person. Around 2-3 years, I would sometimes I'd step into a job and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna work here, and I leave. So it's your risk tolerance levels that come into play. It's your circumstances that come into play. I've just always been that bold and mad person. Like guys, I suffered so much in my childhood. There's no way I was gonna suffer in my adulthood again and tolerate things that don't feed my soul. And it doesn't mean, you work in an environment where everything is firing on all cylinders. So if you enjoy your job, if you're being treated with respect, just the culture of the organization is not fast-paced, then find your spot in it. And also, when you're younger and you're starting your career, don't shackle yourselves to just one environment. You still have to move around and get to see that actually, whether you've moved from one to the next, it's the same challenges everywhere you go. You just grow different. You grow differently. You want different things. Nothing changes. It's just you take yourself everywhere you go. So and many of us know this. You move from one bank to the other, it's the same thing. What you are fortunate to get is people that you connect with, that you can work with. And I think that's what you should be looking for, is that connection. If you are well treated and you are respected for what you do, and you're not being harassed or abused, but just in jail, everyone is sleeping around you, not so decide if that's inspiring for you or not, but no one's gonna tell you what to do but yourself. But weigh up what your circumstance is, and weigh up what your options are, and people always think they don't have options out of fear. So ultimately it's your decision, my love. And I must also tell you that fast-paced environments are not necessarily good environments either. So, it's about finding what is it that matters for you. Because fast-paced, there's a lot of stress and a lot of toxicity, a lot of competition, highly competitive. So you must be just be clear about what it is that you are after. And I mean, I've also sat in an organization and I waited for a project to start and it didn't start. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to sit and do nothing. But that was back then. I was younger. I was still building my career. Now I'm fine to just chill and do nothing and get paid. Now I have earned it. Now people just pay for my name. They just pay to just be associated with Amanda. I'm like, yes, please, thank you, Lord. No, but that's true. But I don't get involved with anything where I'm not going to add value either. So, I don't just get involved with people purely because they're going to pay me because I'm Amanda. No. I'm very picky about what I get involved with, and my standard answer is no. So if I've said yes, you must know there's something really special. All right, guys, this has really been good. Let me see. I keep saying I'm just gonna take two. You people taking up all my day. I gave it to you. You didn't take anything. So Sam says, what are some of the things that you do to keep your staff motivated and working positively together? I like that question because actually I don't get asked that question a lot at all, actually, But I pride myself with being a really great leader. Guys, don't be uncomfortable by my confidence. My confidence mustn't make you uncomfortable. If my confidence makes you uncomfortable, please pick up a mirror and put it up and look at yourself and say, what is it about me that makes, what is it about Amanda's confidence that makes me uncomfortable? Because we are in a society that has continuously told women to not be confident, to not be proud of themselves, to not be proud of their ambitions, to not be vocal about it, to not be vocal about their achievements, to not be vocal about anything, which is like women are expected to just keep quiet and cook. And no, guys, I'm a good leader, that I will tell you, because they tell me. I'm a good mom because they tell me. And when you're stuffing up, okay? No one has to tell you that. We talk about blind spots. Blind spots are few and far in between, okay? Largely, how you are showing up for your people. Me, I show up for my people. Patricia, can you check the gate, please? I show up for my people because I treat them like people, I don't treat them like profit lines. They're people, So there's flexibility in my company. People can go work wherever they need to work. My financial manager is working out of UAE, guys. He's been in Abu Dhabi since August. Another leader would have been like, when I need you here, I need to see you. Now I don't need to see you. I just need you to deliver your work. I'm very easy as a leader. I'm not a pushover. I'm very hard on excellence. So I don't like it when people don't apply themselves, because if you're not applying yourself, you are undermining me, and you're undermining yourself, and you're undermining your colleagues. So yeah, mistakes are allowed 100%, but if you haven't applied yourself, then it's a different conversation that we're having, So then I give people a chance. But I believe in high standards of work ethic and excellence, but I love flexibility. So I make sure that my team, they're supported, they've got an environment through which they can thrive. I mean, I've seen my people succeed, hey? And whilst many people have left the company, as they should, they don't leave me, they leave the company. I know that for a fact. You leave me, why would you leave me? Look at all this. No, you can't email me your CV. I don't have jobs for you at the moment. Sorry, I'm not hiring. So I just treat people the way that I believe affords them dignity, and I make sure that I own the values of the organization. So I can't say one thing with my mouth and do the opposite, because that's not how leadership works. And I don't like people who want me to treat them like favorites. That irks me. It makes my blood boil, because I find it offensive. I think it's an insult to me as a leader. As a result, I've had people like that, and I've had to deal with that rather decisively. And I cannot have anyone mistreat people in my company. And listen, because when companies grow and then you have a level between you and the people, then you have managers, and sometimes you hear after the fact that somebody was mistreating someone. I'm 100% available, accessible. I tell people, if somebody makes your life unbearable here, you tell me, because I'm responsible for you ultimately. So that's the kind of leader I am. And I want people to thrive. I want people to explore new things. I want people to feel like they're doing meaningful work. I pay people for it. I mean, I don't play games. I pay you. I pay you. I pay you good. But then there are people who always have financial problems. It doesn't matter how much you pay them. It will never be enough. But I treat people with decency. My success in my business is because I treat people with decency. And it's because people stick around. I mean, I've had people I've worked with since I started the company. I've had people who contract through my company whom we've been working together since I started the company. So, it's the culture and the values that drive the organization are values that, in fact, I was writing about that in the book, in my book. My third book, and it's about one of the things that I really have had the greatest privilege of doing is being able to define my own culture in my organization, my own ways of working, my own vibe, because every organization has a personality. And my company has got a really great personality, and it's not just me. I mean, I'm just a custodian, but it's all the people I work with, because ultimately I'm not always in the midst, so they know they can bicker at each other, but they 100% understand that it has got to be done within respectful boundaries, and we're all adults. If we are allowed to disagree, in fact, I want people to disagree, but one person can't walk away feeling minimized. So there's a way of disagreeing. But as a leader, I probably am very sometimes I'm hard to understand, because there are things like I don't contribute towards a voucher for a birthday. I don't contribute towards a baby shower. If I'm around and it happens and I join in, great. The reason I don't do that is because if I'm going to do it for one person, I have to be able to do it for every single person in my company. And I'm not always in a position to be able to do it because maybe I'm not around, or maybe I forgot, maybe something happens that is getting in the way. What I never want people in my company to feel like I treat one better than the other, or it's like your children, where so I'd rather be the person that doesn't do things that I know I'm not going to be able to sustain throughout for everyone. Because if I've done a baby shower for you, what about the guy when they're having a child? So yeah, now when are we doing his baby what nappy party? When are we doing auntie whoever's? So I'm the person that allows my team to do those things. I'm like 100%, you do them. But what I don't want to do is to be the person that does it for one and doesn't do it for another. I would have failed as a leader. And for some people that might not be something that's meaningful, but for me it's a very important thing, because I never want to come across as though I have favorites. And I even work with some family members. I can assure you, I doubt that there's anyone in the office who thinks I treat them differently. In fact, Shem, I think Bona, they're even their sin is to be related to me, because then I'm like no. So those are some of the things that I do. They're not for everyone, but it matters to me that I'm not received as a leader that has favorites, because I've grown up in a home where there were clear favorites. I've been in environments where there were clear favorites. I never want anyone to feel small or less than another. So if it means I exclude myself from certain things, certain practices, yeah, I'll do it, because then I'm always like that. If I do it for one, I have to do it for everybody else. Yeah, so I can't remember what the question was, but that's the answer. That's the answer. I have to stop now, guys. Oh, somebody was asking about a third book. Don't worry, it's still good. It's coming. I'm finalizing it. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm finalizing it. I'll let you know. It's coming. It's coming. I have days where I write full days, and then there are days where I write for 1 hour, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I've had to force myself into a discipline of writing every day, at least a couple of hours every day, so that I can meet my own timelines. I've got my own timelines. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for your time. I appreciate all your comments. This was meant to just be like a quick hello, but I'm so glad you could join in and engage with me. Yeah, it's strange times that we're living under, but I think if we can just be more considerate of each other and more kind to each other. And again, it's nothing about be a perfect species, be the perfect that you want, or whatever perfect you believe is for you. Understand that you've got your limitations, and choose what it is that you're going to spend your time on. Choose what it is that is going to bring more value to your life, and how it aligns to your own image of self. So, but guys, I really have to. I have to encourage everyone that you must just live your life. Live your life boldly and try everything that you need to try. Don't be shy or hold yourself back. If you're holding yourself back, find out why you're holding yourself back. Because We are born for greatness. We are born to have wonderful lives. We're born for it. Yeah, not everyone is going to be at the same level. That's just how life is. There's always someone with more money than you, more educated, more beautiful, more bigger house, and you name it. There'll always be someone who has more than you, whatever that more is for you. It's how do you find your own peace within what you have, and peace comes from inside. It doesn't come from external factors, because it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. If you believe you deserve peace, if you know what your peace should feel like, you should chase that, but don't hold yourself back. So many people hold themselves back from what could be an absolutely beautiful life and a blessed life because they think they don't deserve it. And some are just too afraid to try. What's the worst that's going to happen, Mar? Tell me, what's the worst that's going to happen if you just try and chase your dreams? I just think go for it. There's nothing I don't go for. If I want it, I go after it. And I've grown to appreciate that the more I'm deliberate about the things that I want and how I can add value and how they will add value in my life, the more I get the things I want, the more my territory just keeps expanding. And if I'm helping more people, it means more people are praying for me, which means my territory keeps expanding, right? So don't limit yourself. These riches in life, be it family, be it health, be it meaningful friendships, meaningful connections, be it financial resources to be able to change your life and change your children's life and change your ecosystem, whatever that is for you. Enjoy them, work for them, enjoy them. Don't give them away to scammers, okay? Don't give your money to scammers. You're not going to get rich quick. You won't. And you can quote me on this one. Unless you have some big inheritance that you get overnight. But even those, that's not overnight, Processes still have to be followed. I'm just saying. So yeah, look after yourselves, look after your families, look after your well-being, look after your peace, look after your goals, because no one is gonna go after them if you don't. And I just don't think we should be settling for less than what we deserve, whatever that is. So you work out what you believe you deserve, and don't settle for less, because then someday you'll be gone and you'll be regretting why you didn't live your life to the fullest. So live it, do what you want, and forget about people's opinions of you. We spend so much energy and effort worrying about what people think. But remember, we grew up like that. It's like, oh, what will people say? I just think that's just limiting, It's so limiting. Do what you want to do with your life and do healthy things with your life. Do positive things with your life. If you find yourself falling into negative lanes, please get yourself out of there, because we are all susceptible to negativity. But, it's about how long do you stay there and how do you drag yourself out of there. So yeah, I say let's focus on building the lives that we want and go after them because we deserve them. I think there's nothing more. I'm like this because everything I have I've worked for. So no one can rock up here and be like, Amanda, you owe me because I gave you this or I did this for you. No. And everyone who's in my life who's ever opened the door for me, God put them there. God put them there to open that door. But they can't guarantee me that I'll stay inside that room, So staying inside the room is completely up to you. And your happiness is your business, nobody else's. Stop outsourcing it. Stop outsourcing your happiness to other people. Because how can they make you happy when you don't even know what your happiness looks like? So, I appreciate that you could hang out with me. Now that I'm charged, fully charged, let me get back to my writing and work. See, some emails are waiting for me. But But yeah, thank you very much for your time and for hanging out with me. I hope you've been helped. I'll upload this on YouTube, on Vasley Sage YouTube channel. I'm not gonna upload it on Instagram, just so you know. Go and watch the channel. Stop asking me questions I've already answered. I'm joking, guys. But I will upload it on YouTube. And take good care. And take good care. God bless you. Yeah. Bye. Because I haven't done this for so long, I don't even remember how to end it.